Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. We'll play one account, then switch over and play the other. So I'm going to need a Kingmaker, an Apocalypse, the Grizzly, or the Thorn. The reason I have notes for two different shots is in case you get a short roll or a long roll. Most of my shots were the short roll, but I did get a couple long roll. Just pulling up some slider numbers. Alright, here we go. So, max plus 10%, P3. We're going to push the max. We're going to start with max top, 3 left. We're not going to OP, and we're going to do a half ball left curl. Our setup spot is going to mainly be the guide and a little break of the snow, which is almost the blue ring, you know, to the left of the rough, but it's actually a little in it. There we go. 8.1 will be 6.4. Max top, max left. The guide in this little spot of the snow there. .4. Push the max. We do hit perfect. I'm going to look at what we roll to. $388. So that'll put us right on that line of whether or not we'll use the Grizzly or the Thorn. And since we are a little longer, I'm going to go ahead and use minus 15%. I'll just push up the Grizzly to the spot of where the Thorn would be. There is a glitch roll you'll have to watch out for. Hopefully we'll see it when I'm setting it up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and push up the Grizz. That's 10 rings, which is 14%. So we're going to do 5.7. I'm just going to back off the spin here. Push up just a little more. .7. We do hit perfect. And we got the glitch roll. Hey Aaron, William, thanks for the good luck. Now I probably could have used a couple like 0.2 left and tried to avoid that glitch roll a little bit. Our opponent is using 1 left. We were over adjusted, even at minus 15% with that glitch roll. Or I had a bad pull angle. Okay, moving on to hole 2. I did this shot instead of the rough bump because one of the guys in the clan doesn't like rough bumps. So I thought I would try to put in a couple non-rough bump shots. The rough bumps I believe you can find out there from other streamers. So I need to make sure I start with the P2 ball, because once you go into it, it won't switch. With the Grizz 8, I used Grizz 9 numbers, but I used less right spin. Well, you'll see right here, William, and I have it in the notes there that I used 1.6 instead of 2, but I still used the same Grizz 9 numbers. It's still a no movement. I actually worked this shot out with the Grizzly 8 and then adopted it into my Grizzly 9s. Because my account that had all my practice tokens this time was a Grizzly 8 account. But key is, make sure you have the P2 ball in. And it needs to be at least a side spin too. So if it's a wind ball, that's fine. I believe the bump is still there as well. I just didn't work on it. I mean, you can see that I did 1, 25% club plus 25. Alright, so 10.5, which I don't have in here. It's going to be 14. So 3 back, 1.6 right. $10, 14. And a hot auto release. Oh. Sorry, you don't get to see what it looks like, William. I need to clean my screen. Hey, Radu, thanks for the good luck. Well, at least I don't care about this account. It's T3. So if it doesn't get through being my smallest account, I don't really care. No funnel. It's easy to do on this one at Radu. I had one earlier. I was playing hole 3. I thought I was in practice. I let it time out. And then I'm adjusting. And I look up and I see the stars. I'm like, crap. I need to put a cat in the bag. You do at least have cat 5 on this can. So we're going to go max plus 10% on the drive. That's a great score, Radu. So I haven't looked at all of the back 9 for expert yet. Is it a little easier wins? Hopefully that was our last auto release. And we can make up for it with a drop somewhere else. Aiming to break 30. I would look at my bracket and see where they're at, but being tier 3, I doubt there's very many finished. Now, I played hole 10 earlier just to get a head start on tomorrow's videos, and I dropped it 50%. The other 2 I left sitting because of great left. It's a whole lot of curl. I don't see how that doesn't go in the rough, but it might. He got through it. Six top, 3 right. Or max top, 3 right. .7. It's going to be 6.8. Max overpower. Right curl to the edge of the. Try to hit perfect. Not double great left. Luckily for us, there's a little bit of room for it to roll back out. Now, I know somebody has a video out for the rapier roll. Missed all 3 wedges on 7. What level is your EB, William? So we got 4.9. Push to max. Close. A little bit more curl. Hey Sadiq, thanks for the good luck. Okay, so with the rapier, you divide the win by 2 and play plus 20%. Thanks, William. I was afraid I was going to use too much overpower there, because you can go through this green as I went through it earlier. Oh, divide the slider did. Okay. So let's see what the tier 3 scores are. Some minus 27s. There's a minus 15 and a few minus 14s. But not many have played. Alright, hole 4. Max plus 30%. Gonna play Grizzly 9 numbers on the Grizzly 8. We're gonna go with 1 top, 2.5 left, and try to mimic the ball guide because our plus yardage will be a little different. Okay, so you divide the slider in half with the rapier roll. And then play plus 20% elevation, if it's a 0% elevation shot. I haven't shot with rapier in so long. Works the same for EB7. So you wouldn't follow the EB rule with EB7? Or is it better to do the stretch with EB7? I'm not close to it on any of them. I'll have another year to worry about that. Okay, 1 top, 2.5 left. So we're looking for the ball guide to be about a square pass and on the left edge, right there. 8.3 is going to be 12.3. There's 10. 12.3. Try to center our ball and try to hit perfect. And we should roll in pretty close. We needed a little bit more through. Need to be past the edge of that green square. That might have still caught the right edge and gone in with just a little bit more. I could have had a slight pull angle that threw it off, or over adjusted that second pull. All right, 4.1 top, 3 right from the +0. The pitcher has the +1 just because I want you to know that the +0 about the right area. No overpower, 1 ball right curl, max +5%. We're trying to get into the plus yardage for the Grizzly. So we're looking around 345. And if for some reason you end up in the between club range, which I have once, I just played it from max Grizz with 1 ring of hour power, knowing that I would miss it and pull up short. So 7.7, it's going to be 5.8. There's the +0. 3 right, 4.1 top. .8. No overpower. 1 ball of curl. We hit perfect. On this one, let's see. It's 1%. So +1 Grizzly 8 is 82%. +2 is 84. +5 is 92. So, well, that one moves up to +2%. So the first 3 are +1, then it goes up to +2. Because there is no +9. We're going to do +5%, 3.2 top. did not look at my distance, but I'm going to assume I'm probably going to be around 90. 90 is the +4. We'll take off once we see it. So 3.2 top, no side. So it looks like we're actually at the +2. I'm favoring right side of the pin. +2 is 84%. 8.9 is going to be 9.9. Just a bit outside. 350. All right, I'll go ahead and write that down. Let me take a look at what 10%. 10% would have been too much. I even think P4 numbers would have been too much. 1159 and 1201 are very important, especially when it comes to par 3s. Now, both of them would have made this pull a little shorter. So if I had accidental 1201 or accidental 1159, it would have pulled me up short. It's probably best to just favor the right side of the cup. You know, guide fully inside the right. On to hole 6. 6 top, 3 left. Max plus 10%. At the bottom of the +12. And then we're not going to overpower, and we're going to give a little bit more than 1 ball left curl. So you want to see the ball actually off the ring. So on the pull angles, William, I try not to incorporate them. And I only incorporate them if I keep hitting the edge of the cup for over adjustment, and I need to reduce that a little bit. Or I keep falling short and left. Or, you know, short and long or whatever. The pull angles can help you just get micro adjustments. So 3 left, 6 top. There's the bottom of the +12. 7.1 is going to be 5.6. No overpower. Curl till we're just off the ring. Hey Tom, thanks for the good luck. Thanks for the good luck too, Julie. So we're at 394. If I remember right, that was around the +6 range. So I'll go ahead and get it there to start. And we're going to be putting the yellow on the rough, the back of it, with the white just in the sand. And we're going to spin to the center pin just into it, or just through it. Thanks for that, Tom. Must have been a little right. So I'm going to have to give this baby OP, or a push-up. 6.4 rings. I'm going to push up since it was actually a little headwind, and baby OP it. We hit great left, so we're not going to drop, but we should be close. Now I have dropped this. I'm surprised that was still short though, because you know, most of them have been a little bit longer, more where our opponent is. Now there used to be a sticky spot on this shot, but I have not been able to find it. I don't know if they changed it up a little bit. So on this next one, we're going to send it. The results of the drive have been varied, but it's always been a decent shot at the eagle. I haven't had any that were at risk of not getting the birdie. So getting our berserker. We're going to do max plus 20%. We're going to adjust, and then we're going to push up plus 10. If you have less than plus 10, because some of them are more of a crosswind, then you're just going to push the max. 5.5 top, 1 left, with the ball guide going to the left side of the bush at stretch. I did not push up any extra with the Apocalypse 5. The video actually has Apocalypse 5, and I cleared, ended up behind the green because I pushed up too much. So this is a low wind even, 9.8. It's going to be 8.9, and it's more of a crosswind. We're going to push up to plus 28. Max overpower, half ball curl. We get great left. Should be okay with great left. Wind got us into great left. This will be the furthest back I've been. There is a glitch spot in that rough. I could have hit it where it kind of checks up. Hey Vivek, you beat me in that battle royale this morning. I was making breakfast and playing on my phone. I was hoping to get that win to move back into first place. I'm in second now due to tiebreaker. I still need 5 more wins. Alright, so we're at about 30%, maybe 28. 9.9. It's going to be 1.5 rings. We hit great, so we'll miss. Unfortunately. Perfect would have dropped. So if you go through the green, it's a no adjust. If you're to the right in the fringe, it's about a 15%. This is one bad round. Auto release on 2. No drops. Alright, so 50% club plus 35% elevation. The rough bump is there to the left, but some of the wind angles put it more at risk. And for Chris and our clan, I thought I would try to work out a non-rough bump for him. And this is what I came up with. So I'm going to find plus 0, pull back 3 rings, put the blue ring at the left rough, 4.5 back, 0.8 left. So there's the plus 0. There's 3 rings. 4.5 back, 0.8 left. As you can see, our ball guide looks similar to the picture. 7.1 is going to be 8.7. Try to pull this straight. We do get a perfect, so we should be close. Not that close. Yeah, I started this off aiming right at the pin, but in order to get the adjustment to keep it from going for too long, I was coming in too close to the left side, so I had to offset it. I guess I could have used curl, but I try not to curl par 3s, unless it's just baby curl. Oh, I know the bump is there. I mean, I did the bump. But I also saw about 15 opponents end up in the sand trying to bump. So I'm just trying to give an alternate option, because I knew if somebody wanted to see the bump, they could probably find it. It is a tricky shot. I took quite a few shots at it. This is going to be my worst finish because of that auto release. But as I said, this is tier 3. If it fails, I'm not sad. Alright, I'm going to put the horizon in because I don't need the distance. I need the top spin and the ball guide. No. So plus 15%. That's right. It's always a new tournament. I also have 7 accounts. So, missing one, I'm not worried about it. I actually didn't play my youngest account. And I still have the EM6 account to try to see if I can get it through. Nice, Vivek. I'm sitting at 1990, I think. So I still need 10 wins. Or thereabouts. I might have a third in there throwing it off. And then I'm at 1995 and Royale. I'm in first overall. But I have a guy in my Royale group who has got me way over clubbed. I think he's playing Tour 9. So we're hoping to get about 380. But 360 even is fine. So max top, as much right as I can put without losing my top, which is about 0.7, 0.8. Yellow with the ball guide close. 8.9 is going to be 4 rings. And then inner ring right girl. See, I still haven't even opened up the red barchetta yet. But I have my Bigfoot up to 7. And my Zeus is up to level 3. It's pretty bad this is headwind here, because if it wasn't headwind, that drive reaches over the, but in headwind, you're going to clip. If it was crosswind, we're going over. I haven't played a lot of head-to-head. I've just been mainly doing tournaments and royales. So this is plus 5%. We're going to be about 25% club. So there's min. 2 right. As much top as possible. 2.5 rings. Outer ring right girl. This is probably going to pull us short up on the fringe now. Now you have to be careful on this shot over curling. I tried a half ball curl and I went through the green. Because you lose a little bit of that slope that slows your ball down. So what are we at about 40%? $7.1, 40% is going to be 3.2. And that's the EB rule. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys what you want to watch. Do you want me to see run a regular account? or the baby account that shouldn't be playing. The baby account has EM6, most other rares around level 5. The other account is, you know, APOC 6, rares are around level 9. I have to play both, so I don't care which one I string. So this one does have Grizzly 8 also. Let's see what our trade-in will give us. The regular one? Alright, William. It would have been nice to get that Grizzly. Okay, here we go. Back to hole 1. Okay, we got our Grizzly, our Thorn. I'm gonna play along. Alright. This is 2-star. So you can try to match up if you want. Hopefully we will play this account better than the last one. There we go. It's going to be 6.3. Then push to max. Got more of a tailwind this time. No overpower. Half ball left curl. I accidentally overpowered a little. Hopefully it doesn't run too long. We're fine. 394 is going to put us in thorn range. That's a minus 15%. And we're going to be near max thorn, if not at max. So we got 8.2. So we're at +5, which is 98%. it should be the same as max. Got 4 rings. Try to do a straight pull, minus 15%. We do hit perfect. Looks like we're over adjusted. Minus 20%. Since I went long and over adjusted, I might have had a bad pull angle. All right, on the hole 2, max plus 20%, P2. Remember to put your P2 ball in to start. What's this one? No, that's a P3 ball. P1 ball. Okay, here we go. So 3 back. This is Grizz 8, so 1.6 right. No moving target. And we're going to pull straight. We want our ball guide to kind of look similar to the pitcher. Should be pointing about center pin. So we're going to have a high wind, because with a wind 4 ball, our opponent is at 7.2. I must have had P3 when I made my chart. Okay, 3 back, 1.6 right. .2 is going to be 13.6. This is a tailwind. There's 10. 13.6. And we get the hole in 1. This time you get to see it, William.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Alright. Hold 3. Hopefully we can end up as nice as last one. So we've got our Cat 5 and our APOC. P3 back in there. Max plus 2. Thanks for the booms. That was another one of those Vivek. The bump is there, but I wanted to try to give something different. I have no idea, Badger. I'd probably say around minus 27, minus 28. There's not a lot of numbers finished yet to give me an idea. But I see minus 14s. I've done minus 14. So I know that minus 14, then another minus 4. So I usually consider my score middle of the road. You uninstalled it, Vivek? No time, huh? It's okay to take a break every now and then. As long as you're enjoying what you're playing. That's all that matters. I really do dislike waiting a minute to match up. That's true, Vivek. It's not going anywhere. And it's a fun game. I enjoy it. Alright, so 3 right, 6 top. 8.9. There's going to be 7 rings. Max over power. Right curl until the T is on the right edge of the triangle. We do get perfect this time. Better than that double great left from last time. As you can see, perfect stays a lot more center fairway. And we get a little more distance. The wait time is very frustrating. Now, as far as streaming goes, this does give me a chance to talk to you guys while my opponent's shooting. But that's about it. All right, Thomas. Great to hear that you dropped it as well. I always love to hear when my shots work for people other than me, because that lets me know that I didn't just do something that's only going to work for me. You know, my pool angles or my setups. Yeah, it's really hard, especially during like Royales and stuff. So max top, max right. .5. is going to be 5.1. Shift that. Push to max. Ooh, we got close on the clock there. I shouldn't have shifted. That threw me off. I knew I had the right spot. Second guess myself. Thanks, Amit. It was way off. And I didn't really shift that far. So I don't know if there's a bad bounce area there. But I definitely pushed it 2 rings left compared to where I normally set up. Alright, so we're at about 35, 32%, 8.4. It's going to be 1.5 rings. There is a little bit of a funnel here, so we're going to try to use it. $1.5. Whoa. Funnel's not going to catch that. Oh, I think in tier 2, 26 is going to be fine. $14-hour shift. That's tough, Vivek. That's like my tournament weekday shift. Well, we got one, and we gave it back. Can't be second guessing yourselves. Moving on to hole 4. Thanks, Elise, for the good luck. Okay, so 1 top, 2.5 left. If you remember from last time where we stopped center and short, we want to make sure we go through the dark green square behind it, not just at it, and on the left side of the cup. Well, thanks for stopping by and watching. And thank you for the nice work compliment. I said the notes themselves, those are mainly just for me, but they're for anybody else to use as well. I bet a wind ball would help this shot. Since, you know, if you don't have that double adjustment, because the double adjustments are hard. Okay, we got 8.1, which is 12 rings. So 2.5 left. One top. Left side of the cup. And past the dark ring. Now hopefully we don't leave it short this time. 10 plus 2 makes 12. We hit perfect. We come in on the left side, a bit longer. Now it does go longer if you're on the left side, so don't worry about the speed on the setup. If I was a little more right, it would be a little shorter because it slopes down a little bit more on the left side. Now I wasn't set up that time exactly on the left edge of the cup. I was maybe about a ball left. So Celise, what I've been doing, and Playdemic probably doesn't like this, but in order to keep me mostly down into tier 2, is I'm failing the minis. Playing Master in the mini was throwing all of my accounts up to tier 3. So as of right now, only my baby account is tier 3. And that's because it won the major. The wind angle was a little different that time compared to the last one. It was a little more cross. All right, hole 5. So max plus 5% P3, 4.1 top, 3 right, 1 ball right curl, red ring setting up at the +0. We're trying to get around 445, 450. So that way we're in the plus numbers of our grizzly. Last time we ran right over the edge of the cup. Yeah, getting master and doing well in the minis, it boosts you a lot more. So I log in, join the expert, and don't play. And so far, it's been keeping me a little lower. And it gives me a break to do other things. So 3 right, 4.1 top. $8.4 is going to be 6.6. Hate when I mess up and don't get the full adjustment. Because I'm always afraid I'm going to mess up the second one. $351. That should put us around the +1 of our club. We're going to play this at plus 5%. +1 of Grizzly 8. Should be 82%, but let me double check that. Yes, +1 is 82%. Okay, so 3.2 top. No side spin. Ball guides center through the cup. Yellow onto the fairway. 8.6. We're at +0. So +0 is 79%. So 8.6. 79% is going to be 9.4. I'm going to favor a little less at 9.3. Because I tend to over adjust 9.4. We hit great right anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm assuming those jobs are night shift for like call centers and stuff like that. So that way you're answering phones during our business hours. Alright, on to hole 6. We're going to start with max plus 10%. 6 top, 3 left. At the bottom of the plus 12, I'll have the clear ring at the left rough. And then I'm going to give it a little bit more than 1 ball left curl. No overpower. Managing payroll is an important job. People get very upset if they don't get their paycheck. So 6 top, 3 left. Bottom of the plus 12. 7.7 is going to be 6 rings. A little bit more than 1 ball left curl. No overpower. So this should put us about the same as the last one, 394. So near the max sniper. Thanks, Vivek. I've been using a pretzel, and this is their house grooves. Yeah, if he gets a ton of calls, he wouldn't be. There was a payroll company here in the United States a while back that went bankrupt, and thousands of people didn't get paid, and it was chaos. Oh boy. Well, it looks like we're going to try to rough bump. I do not like this rough bump. 7.6. It's going to be 6.2. Looks like I need baby over power. At least I hit perfect. Speed roll. That was interesting. That's some bad luck there. I don't know if it... I don't know. No telling on that one. Like it hit a rock. Here's what that one was. Swing and a miss. The swing and a miss. Alright. So it looks like this is more stable spot.
Just a bit outside.
Perfect, dropped it. Yeah, glitches are bad. I agree, Solis. It is better to leave it short. If I had any inkling that it was going to glitch roll like that, what I shouldn't have done is give it that baby overpower. Even though I adjusted into it and it was about a ring, I was probably okay without it. Nice recovery by our opponent. Yeah, they're trying to find little things. Everybody can't have great scores. Now that 394 multiple times has been cleared. It was even cleared earlier. Perfect hit, same setups, everything. So why was that one 2 rings short? Same drive distance. Hey John Bell, thanks for the good luck. Alright, let's see if we can recover that mistake. We got max plus 20%. P5. Oh, that is hole 5. There we go. I know what the shot is, but this will help you guys. So we're going to go max plus 20%. We're going to use 5.5 top, 1 left. We're going to stretch to where the ball guide is on the left side of the bush. We're going to adjust. We're going to push up 10. Use max overpower, half ball left curl. Try to hit perfect. It's a risk shot, but there is also a good chance of being right there. The Nirvana shots past the green if you go through it, pretty easy. To the right side if you go through it, pretty easy. Our opponent went a little bit long through. Usually it's just barely in, but I guess with that ball. So 1 left, 5.5 top. Sit stretch. You see the guide on the left side of that bush. We got 11.3, which is going to be 10.8. And I think this is the tailwind angle. Nope, not the tailwind angle. There's 10.8. And we're going to push back to max. Slight grate should be okay. We clip and we roll out. Oh, you hit the left edge on 4? That's where I was about. So watch our opponent here on this shot. You don't really have to adjust much on this one if you're using a Zerk. If you're using a Zerk, it's only about a 10%. And I just set up a quarter of the cup. About where he is. Thanks, Elise. All right. Fortunately, we have only EP4. So we're looking at about, see there's 75, 65%. We'll say 67. So 6.9 rings. Hit great left, but I under adjusted and set up right. I did not check the bounce. There is a slight glitch there. I haven't hit it, but I know it's there. Thanks for the boom. Did I hit practice? Did anybody notice? Was that a practice? That is weird. Well, we get to do it again. I did not think I was in practice. Good night, Vivek. 10.8 will be 9.8. Alright, so because we have low wind, I'm going to push up the top on this because I was quite a bit less. There we go. Now, the reason I pushed up the top on that is because I only had 7 rings to push up and it was a lower wind. So I assumed that I was going to land lower. So I just gave it a little extra top, knowing that I was going to clip the rough so that I would roll out a little more. The reason I have 5.5 is because in the higher winds and the tailwind angle, 6 will clear and you're behind the green. So our opponent will have the easier Nirvana shot. So we're about the same distance as before, about 65%. 11.5. It's going to be 7 rings. Looks like a solid landing spot. We hit perfect this time. And we come in center. Now if it says we hit practice this time, I'm going to be mad. Because that's all those stars. So he's set up a little far, probably on the left side of the cup. Unless he's a great right hitter. As you can see, that's where he missed. You're super close there. Had he left off the curl, he probably would have snuck into the cup. Okay, hole 8. Okay, here we go. 6.1 is going to be 7.5. There's the +0. 3 rings. 4.5 back. 0.8 left. And what did I say? 7.5. I let go early. Looking at the clock. I think perfect drop that. Because that was a bad great right. At least the nice thing about that shot is even with those bad great left, bad great right, I still got a nice short putt. The sand bump, or the rough bump, cannot be the same. You hit great left, great right, you could end up out of bounds or in the sand. Okay, on to our last hole. I'm gonna have to set this bag up because I know I don't have a bag set up with that. All right, so on the drive, we got max plus 15%. You can use an apocalypse here. I just chose the big topper to get a little more distance, and our setup spot works pretty good for almost all big toppers. We're gonna do max top, 0.8 right, or as much right as we can without losing top. And then we're gonna go right curl with the right side of the ball into the inner ring. I have been getting into the 380s with this. And the 380s leave me min to 25% on the horizon for the second shot. And that horizon allows me to get up to either on the green or the fringe. Our opponent's going to try to crush it here. Okay, so 9.1 is going to be 4.4. Max top. And then right there on the right spin. Yellow at the rough. Ball guide about a ring left. .4. And a ring right curl. Okay, perfect. So we should be in 380s. .386. Okay, here we go. So this should be about 25% club. See, if it wasn't headwind, we could go for it. I'm gonna go max top and then 2 right with the yellow at the rough. 9.1. 3.5. And I'm going to go curl to the outer ring. We hit great left, so we're going to pull up short. But we'll still have a short EV. With a fairly straight wind. Now, if for some reason you get a glitch roll and go through the green, directly behind the pin is a no adjust. This wind is so straight, I'm not going to worry about adjusting. I'm just going to make sure I don't have a glitch and that I'm through the cup. And that's it. Thanks everybody for coming and watching. If you have any questions, right now is a good time to ask. Do you need me to replay any shots? Do you need me to play any shots that dropped from other accounts? And I'll get to work on the back nine soon. Probably start on those in the morning. And we'll see. I might come on late tomorrow to stream the back nine. I gotta go charge my tablet. All right. Good night, everybody. Good luck.